Hi, welcome to Age Well Fitness. I'm Melissa, this is Smurf, and this is your seated mobility session. So go ahead and come to your seat, nice sturdy chair, something that can support you fully, and something that you can really root down through both feet on. If your heels are off the ground or just don't feel very supported at the bottom, you can go ahead and place hardcover books underneath the feet, or maybe you grab yoga blocks and place them under your feet so that you can root down firmly there. So finding your nice tall seat, close your eyes and take a few rounds of breath here. Check in, notice how does it feel to expand and contract as you inhale and exhale? Is there any tightness in the chest? Is there any tightness in the throat, neck? Just observe. 2 more breaths here. Deep full breaths in and out. And then let that go. Blink your eyes open. Start to roll out your wrists a little bit. You could shake out your hands or make fists fling your fingers. Just checking in with your forearms, your wrists, and your hands today. And let that go and start to move into your shoulders. Roll your shoulders up and back a few times, together or separately. Notice how this movement feels not just in the shoulders, but in the chest, the upper back, the side body, the neck. And then let that go and start to move into your neck. You could slowly turn your head side to side, up and down, just working with your range of motion, checking in with your end range. So not finding strain or stress, just observing tension and tightness. And then let that go. All right, so make sure you're not seated all the way back to the back of the chair. You want to have some space between your back and the back of the seat. Sit up nice and tall, hold on to the legs. We'll work with some spinal articulation here. So holding onto the knees, pull the chest forward, shoulder blades squeeze together, taking your gaze straight ahead, stretching out the chest, the front of the shoulders, lengthening through the abdomen. I'll turn to the side so you can see how that looks. And then start to round through the back. Tuck the chin, pull your navel in toward your spine. This is why you need that space between your back and the back of the chair. And again, chest pulls forward, shoulder blades pull together. And then around through the back. Tuck the chin, around the shoulders, navel pulls in. And let that go. All right, working some side to side movement now. Take your right hand onto the outer left thigh, reach the left arm up, reach up and over toward the right, and then come back through center. So stretching out the left side body here. Notice how that feels. If this bothers your shoulder, you could take your hand onto the head or take your arm across your chest, whatever feels best for your shoulder. One more time over to the side and back up. And then we'll take a twist to the right. So left hand, right thigh. Right hand can come behind you on the seat, or you can take the back of the chair, whatever feels better. We're going to twist to the right, shoulder blades down the back, and then come back through center. And do that a few times. Stay lengthened through the spine as you twist. Try not to let the knees move with you, the hips move with you, they stay forward. One more time, twist and release. And then we'll go into the other side. Left hand can stay on that left thigh or right thigh. Then reach the right arm up and over toward the left, coming through center and reaching up and over. Notice how this side feels, and of course make any modifications for your right shoulder if it feels better that way. One more time, reaching up and then back through center. And we'll take the twist to the left, right hand, left leg, left hand comes to the seat, twisting to the left, sit up nice and tall, and then come back through center, keeping your hips, your knees, and your toes forward as you twist to the left and come back through center. Twice more, twist and release. Last one, twist and release. All right, from here, we'll cross the right thigh over the left. If that doesn't work for you, you can cross the right ankle over the left ankle, whatever feels better for your body. And finding that twist again, so left hand, right leg, right hand behind you. As you twist to the right, come back through center. Notice how this variation of twist feels, maybe how it feels in the right hip and the lower back. One more time, twist and come through center. We're going to start to forward fold. So hands on the legs, you're going to hinge forward. Maybe you just move a couple inches forward and then back up through center. Maybe you fold deeper, whatever feels better for your right hip and your lower back. Coming up through center and folding. And then rise up and we'll switch sides. So now cross the left thigh over the right or cross that left ankle over the right ankle, whatever one feels better for you. And we start with that twist to the left. So right hand, left leg, left hand behind you on the chair, twisting and releasing. Twisting, notice how this one feels compared to the other side and how it feels maybe in the left hip and lower back. One more, twist, and back through center. And finding our folds, hands come onto the legs, start to hinge forward, and then sit up tall, working with your range of motion here. Maybe it's a couple inches forward, maybe you fold deeper, but coming back up through center and folding forward. One more time, lengthen up. And hinge. And then rise on up, uncross the legs. So hands are either going to come onto the sides of the seat or behind you on the seat. We're going to hinge back a little bit to give us some space to work into our hip flexors, the front of the hips, our psoas. So we're going to pull one knee in toward the chest and then the other side. You are working with your range of motion. Maybe it's just a couple inches up and down there. Maybe you're able to pull it all the way in toward the chest. So alternating sides here, working at your own pace. We're almost there. Couple more each side if you're moving with me. Last two and one. Excellent. From here, kicking your right leg out for a hamstring stretch. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my hinge. So right leg kicks out, hands on the thighs, sit up nice and tall, and then start to hinge forward. Again, you're working with your range of motion. Check in with the back of your leg and your lower back as you hinge and lift, going as deeply forward as feels okay in the body, or staying as lifted as you need to. And then let that side go. We're going to go into the other side. Your left leg kicks forward. Sorry, Smurf. Sit up nice and tall and start to hinge here. Check in. Notice, how does this side feel compared to the other? Hinging and lifting. Twice more. Hinge and lift. Last one. Hinge and lift. All right, let that go. Both feet flat on the ground. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Sit up tall. We're going to take a forward fold and hold there for a couple rounds of breath. So hands on your thighs. You can start to hinge forward, just going as far forward as feels okay in your lower back. Maybe you round all the way forward and drop the crown of the head to the ground. Whatever feels good for your lower back, for your legs, just taking a couple rounds of breath right there. Big breaths in and out into the back side of the rib cage here. Notice how broad you can get the back side of the rib cage on your inhales, and relaxing a little more into your exhales. One more. And then slowly roll on up. Shake it out. Nice work today. Check in. Notice, how are you feeling after our seated mobility session? Thanks for joining me and Smurf.